fun. First time back after not being able to for a while. Things have settled down, and I've been brought back into this, somehow. That's the best setup.
Des ennemis sont en approche. Détruisez-les ou capturez leur base. C'est parti.
Alright. Ow. Top tier matchmaking is welcomed.
Ennemi détecté. Ennemi détecté. L'ennemi nous observe. J'en vois un.
You should just love getting like the random little bits of server delay. It's great, right?
Ils nous ont repérés.
That Firefly is in the worst spot ever.
L'ennemi sait où on est. Prêt à tirer. Ils sont seulement touchés. Une de nos chenilles est touchée.
It's probably the worst possible terrain. But
Cible abandonnée. Un de nos véhicules est détruit.
yeah, it's not enough there to keep them from pushing. Beautiful timing. Yeah, I always play with colorblind mode on, just because I prefer the purple. Bothers my eyes less. Starting to forget that there are other maps in rotation, because I've been getting this one like every other game. It's really weird. It's either this or one of the Sandstorm / other weather variant maps.
Très bien, messieurs. Il y a des ennemis dans la zone. Nous pouvons soit les détruire, soit capturer le... En route.
That is true.
Ennemi en vue. On a été repéré.
This could either work very well or go very poorly real quick.
Cible verrouillée. Ils nous ont trouvés.
Ooh, okay, hello.
Cible acquise.
I'm gonna get shot at from the town.
L'ennemi sait où on est. On les tient, les gars. Véhicule ennemi hors de combat.
That was very fortunate in my favor.
Chargé.
Now,
Concentrez-vous sur cet
have some
endroit.
fun with things coming from behind.
On a été repéré. Ennemi détecté. On va l'avoir. Continuez à tirer. On n'a pas pénétré le blindage.
Ow. Thought it was being a little greedy.
sur cette zone.
Is that Firefly really gonna push? I would very much love for that Firefly to push. And that's why.
Ils nous ont trouvés. Il est cuit. Passez au suivant.
Oh, T-29. That's not a good place for him to stop. This might be awkward, but I'm gonna go for the reload real quick.
On a été repérés. Chargé, allons-y. Pénétration du blindage. L'ennemi n'a plus qu'un char. Nous pouvons y arriver.
Alright. Alright. I appreciate the sacrifice, I guess, too.
Concentrez-vous sur cet endroit.
And I get spotting for him for
Une
rebuilding.
victoire de plus.
Alright, so now I can just focus down on XP. Exactly. Had to do a double take because it looked away when they loaded up the map. Just odd to get this map and it not be Assault. I am extremely grateful that it is not Assault.
Des ennemis sont en approche. Détruisez-les, capturez leur base. En route!
Now I can play this tank and get sad again. Batchet and M60. Yeah, because before I stopped playing, they had just recently nerfed it. It's a shell of its former glory. And that happens. I was definitely camping. It's gonna take that in for a second. Like artillery. It makes sense. Why not? I'll say I also love the fact that
Our mission is to
they
capture
actually got
all the
around
marked
to
objectives.
upping
Let's do it.
this tank by a tier. Even though it's always had this matchmaking, even when it was a tier 6. And it still has the same gun stats. One of the few tanks with its matchmaking that I kind of refuse to use anything but Prim. Actually kind of sad I didn't play this thing before the light tank changes.
They've spotted us.
It's like I had it all the time. Just didn't enjoy it as much. It's gonna be fun. Artillery is already dead, basically.
Target locked.
There's no way I'm hitting that. Not at that distance.
Lost all our artillery.
I mean, as far as I remember, it was. People could pull off some kind of ridiculous things in this.
Right at us.
Ow.
We're done for. Everyone out.
In hindsight, probably should have went around the front. That's another thing about this tank. They upped it a tier and didn't actually give it any more health. I don't understand. Oh yeah. See if that one's... Nope, that's still in battle. Let's put this crew in this and... Like, at its tier, the AMX Chaffee, it's like you take one hit and that's half your health. You can still get good games in it, but it's just a lot harder to pull off. Oof. I think it's tired of me getting good matchmaking for a bit.
Il y a des ennemis dans la zone. Détruisez-les, capturez leur base.
Okay. Alright, Malshin. You do you. Not gonna question it.
J'ai trouvé un ennemi.
What? How? You know what, game? I'm not gonna question how I spotted that tank. Just gonna accept it and move on. What hit the 111.5A?
Ils nous ont trouvés.
Alright.
Prête à tirer sur la cible. On les a eus.
See, does he have the big gun or not? That is my question.
Ils nous ont repérés.
He does indeed have the big gun.
Obus
I'm not
chargé.
poking out in front of that. Nope.
Ça doit faire mal.
Malshin can deal with that. Or the T-30 can also deal with that. Guy had some health.
On les a dans notre ligne de mire. Ils sont touchés. Concentrez votre attention ici.
Ooh, he wanted me. He was
Rechargez.
really not happy I put a shot into his tracks.
Cible verrouillée. On les a eus. L'ennemi nous a dans son viseur. Prête à tirer sur la cible. Cible verrouillée. Joli tir. L'ennemi nous observe.
2705As in a platoon.
Prête à tirer sur la cible. Joli tir.
And they say this gun has terrible accuracy.
On les a dans notre ligne de mire. Aïe, ça doit faire mal.
Only sometimes.
Mission
Only
accomplie.
sometimes it does. It does make the credits, though. Which I like. Does not take a whole lot to make a good amount of credits in this thing. And of course that AMX Chaffee game was a win. That makes sense. Love to see it.
Notre mission est de prendre et conserver l'objectif indiqué. C'est parti.
That's always fun. Mine's actually been... The upload has been slow for like the past few days. This is the first day it's actually stable. Am I going that way? Got distracted. That Karen just lost over half of his health. Oh, never mind, he lost all of his health. Yikes. So I'm guessing the tank destroyers are over here.
En voilà un.
And the Hawk.
L'ennemi nous observe.
Hawk is also over here.
Nous avons perdu notre artillerie. On a verrouillé la cible. On est immobilisé. Ils nous ont repérés. Chenille réparée, en route.
Okay. Note to self, there is an angry T-30 over there.
Ils nous ont trouvés.
That Hawk is so safe where he is
Prêt à
right
tirer
now.
sur la cible. On les a eus. On les a dans notre ligne de mire. L'ennemi nous a dans son viseur.
There's the T-30. Well, thank you, Scorpion G. Now, if I could drop off Detected here for a
On
bit,
a perdu une chenille. On est
or get
immobilisé.
slapped by a Conway, that works too. I didn't need that health, Conway. Bye-bye, Mr. T-30. What it... Okay, out of all the things I was expecting to see out here, that is not one of them.
Prête à tirer sur la cible.
A top-tier Russian heavy tank is not what I was expecting to find in a field.
L'ennemi connaît notre position. On dirait que l'obus l'a traversé de part en part.
Let's try and drop off radar for a bit. Apparently the game is trying to put me in the earth. But...
On a été repéré. Il a rebondi.
Oh. Do a quick reload here. Backtrack just a bit. Try and get out of his V range.
Cible verrouillée.
Alright, you can go in now, probably.
Rechargez.
Wonder which way he's looking.
L'ennemi connaît notre position.
That was unfortunate.
Prête
Never
à
mind.
tirer sur la cible. Le blindage de l'ennemi est endommagé. Ils nous ont repérés.
He wants me really bad.
Prête à faire feu.
But he got...
Mission accomplie.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Take that. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. Back to 1357. Tier 9.
Très bien, messieurs.
That'll be
Il y a
fun,
des
tier
ennemis dans la
7
zone.
platoon.
Nous pouvons soit les détruire, soit capturer leur base. En route.
Just gonna navigate my way up these. In before it doesn't have enough horsepower. Does not have enough horsepower. 10 out of 10.
J'en vois un.
There's the 132. And the LTG.
Ils nous ont trouvés. Cible verrouillée.
One shot into him. That medium tank behind
Ennemi
me.
détecté.
Oh no. Nope. Off.
L'ennemi nous
Off.
observe.
Nope. Out. Get out of there. That is the Dreadnought.
Cible acquise. On a un verrouillage. On a percé leur blindage. On l'a bien allumé.
Oh, thank you,
L'ennemi nous a dans son
RNG.
viseur.
Oh, that was so good.
Chargez, allons-y. On a été repéré.
That second fire
Cible repérée.
was pretty nice. I want to see if this guy forgets my existence.
Prêt à tirer. Pénétration du blindage. Ils nous ont repérés. On n'a pas pénétré le blindage.
Oh, that's just...
On n'a pas pénétré le blindage. Ils sont seulement touchés. Nous essuyons des tirs longue portée ici. Cible déverrouillée. L'ennemi nous observe. Nous avons perdu notre artillerie.
It's 2 tanks down.
Canon chargé.
Try and drop off real quick. Heavy tank.
Ils nous ont trouvés.
I got spotted by something. Oh, hello. You looking at me? You're not looking at me.
On a été repérés. On a percé leur blindage.
Easy.
Nous
That's
prenons
not
la
where I
base
want to
ennemie.
drive, but
Chargez. Concentrez-vous sur cet endroit.
so glad I got this tank. That Orsig's gonna die before I get to it, probably. Yep. Yep, there's the one solid building. Which way is the Vanguard gonna go? Straight in front of an S-tank.
On a gagné.
Yeah, it's like the only downside to the 1357 really is it's got sort of slow acceleration for a light tank, and the fact that it's only a 57. really good for setting fires, though. I'm trying to remember the exact, like, clip potential. But it's got pretty good burst damage. I think the trade-offs is a bit of view range and maybe a little bit of concealment, but play it more like an active scout. You can get so much damage with one of these. Go spot for a bit, wait for somebody to get distracted by your teammates, and then swoop in and shave off about 1,000 of their health. And fly away. Still would love it if they would give us the updated version of this map. But I highly doubt that they will because of the 360's constraints. Which makes me sad because the updated version of this map is actually really fun. Oh, hello, Scorpion G. Unfortunately, I don't think anything can actually capitalize on the fact he's in the open. Other than me, but if I fire, he's definitely gonna see me. Poor Emil. Oh, wow. Once he fires, I'm gonna clip that Scorpion. It's just 1390 things. Let's go rush this Audis. Does this fire heat at me? Probably had it loaded for, This is gonna get This is gonna get tricky. Oh, that might have been a mistake. I might die here. Did not die there. Thoroughly pleased with that. Do some loops now. Sure, you can survive. That is a Waffly 100. Which way is he looking is what I want to know. Because I do not want to get lit up by that. At least not yet. Nice. Okay, he's over there. And finish the job there. And hope those guys have the health to not get wiped out while I go after this arc. So I have like maybe 15 seconds to kill this artillery. Get over here. That's not good. That got it super close. What's the other TD? Awful. Still alive. Well, that's probably not good. I need to try and get the 430U. And maybe the Waffle. And disappear. And before I run into the Waffle. Nope. 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 Oh. If you'd have just turned just a little bit, I might have had a shot there. He just was facing the right direction. That actually wasn't too bad of a spread, considering how that map usually goes.
messieurs. Il y a des ennemis dans la zone. Nous pouvons soit
better
les détruire,
matchmaking.
soit capturer leur base. En route.
I can't wait to be hit full speed by the S-51. The chances of it happening are extremely slim to none, but considering what happened earlier on this map, it probably will. How did he not see me? Oh, there's the S-51 already. Know his general whereabouts.
Cible verrouillée. Prêt à tirer. J'ai trouvé un ennemi. L'ennemi nous observe.
Now is the time to make my way out of Dodge. And throw on the handbrake and immediately go back.
Ils nous ont trouvés.
230. Conway. Back off again.
Concentrez votre attention ici.
Just gotta play the mind games. Eventually they'll forget about me.
L'ennemi sait où on est.
Except for that guy probably won't. Oh, okay, thank you.
Prêt à tirer.
It's very nice of you to
Ils sont seulement touchés.
fire when I wasn't in front of you.
Chenille endommagée.
You have the 120. I'm
Cible abandonnée.
slightly more intimidated now.
L'ennemi nous a dans son viseur. Tireur touché. On a besoin que quelqu'un prenne sa place.
If he had the bigger gun, I would be less intimidated.
Concentrez-vous sur cette zone.
Chargé, allons-y.
I'm gonna just nope out of there for a bit. That was a big gun,
L'ennemi nous
though.
observe.
T-30, please. Give me some slack here.
Ils nous ont repérés.
Now the leopard's shooting at me.
L'ennemi nous observe.
Guarantee that the S-51 hasn't moved.
Concentrez-vous sur cet endroit.
If he's actually moved, I will be so surprised.
Attention, ennemi repéré. Ils nous ont trouvés. Véhicule ennemi hors de combat.
Build building delayed the kill for a little bit. My only question is which gun this T-49 has. That'll determine if I'm actually afraid or not.
Prêt à tirer. On a percé leur blindage. L'ennemi nous a dans son viseur.
I knew I was gonna take the hit doing that, but I'd rather guarantee the kill. You know, the T-49's a lot more scary
Concentrez-vous
now.
sur cette zone.
This is probably gonna backfire super hard.
On a été repéré. Cible verrouillée. Ils sont salement touchés. Ils nous ont repérés.
Okay, that was a little close for comfort.
Concentrez votre attention ici.
Canon chargé.
This is gonna be super close. I don't think it's gonna work.
Ils nous ont trouvés.
Nope. Nope. Oh, they already quit out of the game. Wow. Oh. At least that was entertaining. Like, I'll take it. I'll take it when it's entertaining like that. Alright. Let's try the AMX-30 again. See how it goes this time. See what kind of matchmaking we got. Well, this is doable. It's not bad. The 4-3 platoon, though. Yikes.
Très bien, soldats. Il y a des ennemis dans la zone. Nous pouvons soit les détruire, soit
It's
capturer leur
not
base.
fun matchmaking with those guys. Do the risky play. Say, speed. Nothing. A little concerned by that, actually. I want to push up over here, but it's probably gonna bite me.
Attention, ennemi repéré.
Oh yeah. It's a machine.
Ils nous ont repérés.
Yep, I'm dead.
On a perdu une chenille.
Machine's balanced.
Sortez. Ce
The
véhicule est
machine is balanced. He might have actually traded his tank for me, though. Oh, come on. Come on, team. Come on, team. Yeah! Yeah. Yeah. I get slight satisfaction in the fact that he traded his entire tank just to kill me. Oddly enough, that's exactly why I'm playing all these French tanks right now, is for that perfectly balanced Frankenstein tank. Because a chieftain turret with the TVP's gun on the 50B's hull is perfectly fine. It's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It seems like it's something I could get to work pretty easily. I mean, for the most part, the hardest part of the contract was just basically getting that fire with a French tank. Everything else is just the XP. Like, from here on out, it's just straight XP. I want to be totally honest about it. This contract seems infinitely easier than the one for the Chisel. It's like, I think it's either stage 7 or 8 where you have to get 180 kills, but you're gonna get that en route to like 3, what is it, like, it's like 200k XP or something like that. Get 180 kills in that amount of
C'est
XP.
parti. Concentrez votre attention ici.
Especially since in comparison, the time I had to work on the Chisel contract was like 43 days. The time for the machine contract, 143 days. Yeah, I hadn't actually looked at what the hard cases contract is, but it seems like it gives you some pretty good nations to work with. The Chisels was just kind of annoying because of having to get so much assisted damage in a heavy or a medium.
On a été repéré. Ennemi neutralisé.
Like, it's basically telling me, yeah. The Chisel is basically telling me, yeah, play your
Chargé et prêt.
play your British heavy tank and don't track or kill what you're looking at. Just spot it. It's kind of hard to not kill something when you're playing a Conqueror.
Ils nous ont trouvés. On l'a achevé.
I just realized how risky of a shot that was. A T-28 could have absolutely put one right in my side.
Prête à faire feu. On a été repérés.
Guess he's not paying attention though, so I'll take it.
Cible verrouillée.
That guy is paying attention though. I think.
L'ennemi nous a dans son viseur. Cible abandonnée.
So was the Scorpion G, who took off a third of my health. Yeah, getting spotting with a Conqueror.
Un véhicule allié a été détruit.
Like the medium tanks, I can understand doing that. Heavy
Nous avons
tanks,
perdu un véhicule allié.
yes, I can do that. But with that 120, I'm not gonna be sitting there spotting and or not tracking things.
L'ennemi nous observe.
It's like that was the worst part of the Chisel contract for me. Is that, hey, you have to get spotting damage, not tracking damage, spotting. And it has to equal the hit points of your tank. Probably gonna die here, because that 422 is not gonna miss.
Prête à tirer sur la cible. L'obus est rentré. Concentrez-vous sur cette
A
position.
little bit more damage before I get taken out.
L'ennemi connaît notre position. Canon chargé. Déchaînez les obus.
Yeah. I'm like on the brink of finally being able to research the Super Conch, and I'm so excited. It's like everything that's good about the Conqueror, dialed up to 11 with extra armor. My only regret is that I researched the Chieftain before they announced that. So I had to play the Conqueror again, which wasn't that bad, because one of the best tier 9 heavy tanks in the game. I say that because the E75 is now like the best tier 9/10 German medium tank. Because reasons. Well, this would be fun.
Des ennemis sont en approche. Détruisez-les ou capturez leur base. En route.
Now, where am I actually gonna go? Hold up, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Something is not quite right with this matchmaking. I wonder what it is. It's almost like they have tier 8s, and we don't. One of which is... I'm sorry, but... That is an unfortunate position to be in a Super Pershing. I am so sorry. I'm glad that's something that they haven't put any time into, is, you know, messing with how the matchmaker works. Oh, couldn't quite finish all of that. That's. I just want to know how the matchmaker sets up games like this.
L'un de nos véhicules a été détruit.
Like, how this comes about. Also, this is a horrible mistake.
Concentrez-vous sur cette position. L'ennemi nous a dans son viseur.
That's a 257.
Obus chargé. Joli tir.
I was about to say, I don't know where to reliably pin the 257 from the front still, but if he's gonna give me the drive wheel, alright then. I'm not gonna complain.
L'ennemi nous observe. Le véhicule
Or the
ennemi a été
unangled
détruit.
pike, that works. Yeah,
Chargé et prêt.
that's what it sounds like Matchmaker does a lot of the time. Like, yes, these guys have brought tier 8s. Let's put them in a game with nothing but 9s and 10s. That's fair. Be fun and engaging. Especially with all the 183s and 4005s running around. Makes things super fun to be a tier 8.
Cible verrouillée. On les a eus.
Especially since I can just
Prête à
sort of
tirer sur la
sit
cible.
back here outside of his spotting range and...
Véhicule ennemi en vue.
What did I just spot? How did the T-95 get there?
Prête à faire feu.
Good for him. That's all I gotta say. Is good for him. He made it down that river undetected until we got right there. And I hurt myself.
Ils nous
I
ont
was gonna
trouvés.
poke that, but I kinda don't want to now that he's facing my direction. Okay, now it's fine.
On les a dans notre ligne de mire. Ça leur a rebondi dessus. Cible verrouillée.
Alright,
Canon
what's
chargé.
left?
Déchaînez les obus.
Demolisher, who was in that platoon, the Leopard 1, ran away. E5 and an E100.
Prête à
I
tirer
can
sur la
guarantee you right now that E100's had an amazing game.
L'ennemi est hors de combat.
Yeah. It's always the kill shot. It's always when you get the kill shot on something and it just bounces off the tiniest bit of armor. This light tank is gonna get obliterated. Unless he's caught the rear of this demolisher,
On a été repéré.
which he did not.
Cible verrouillée.
You track him though.
Dirait que l'obus l'a traversé de part en part.
Get in on some of that.
Cible verrouillée.
100 bait him out just a little bit.
Rechargé. C'est rentré comme
Wait,
dans
what?
du beurre.
Hold up. Hold up. Did the E5 just bounce off me?
Ils nous ont repérés.
Wait a minute.
On les a eus.
He didn't bounce that one though.
On a verrouillé la cible. On l'a pas loupé.
Tracks ate it. Good.
Prête à tirer sur la cible. Canon chargé. Déchaînez les obus. Bon boulot, soldat.
Go away from this game for like 4, maybe 5 months. Solid. Not touching it at all. Come back and it seems like absolutely nothing has changed. Except for tanks that I used to play got nerfed. Both amuses and confuses me greatly. Also like how when yeah, it's an interesting experience to be back. Like, during the time I took off playing the game, I was playing a lot of Destiny and Monster Hunter. Because they have a lot of stuff to do. Now there's just sort of a break in Destiny, and Monster Hunter is still got stuff to do. I figured I'd get back in a bit. Since people I usually play with got my addiction started again.
Tout ce que nous avons à faire est de capturer la position indiquée sur la carte. Déployez-vous.
I'm still not sure what their thought process was on the cold steel tanks. Because, like, out of the 3 of them, the Karen Action X with the autoloader is probably the only one that's actually like a solid tank. Demolisher is amusing, but at the end of the day, it's still a T-28 prototype. It just has a clip. And the Earthshaker is a slightly worse Primo Victoria with a bigger gun. Even though the stats are the same. Which makes me laugh quite a bit.
On a été repéré. Le blindage de l'ennemi est endommagé. Une de nos chenilles est endommagée.
Ow.
Nous avons perdu un véhicule allié.
That is true. Although it was like 4005, and that's... 4005 is kind of my bread and butter.
Le pilote est
Ow.
touché. Il peut à peine piloter.
I have made grave mistakes.
Découvert l'ennemi. Cible verrouillée. Véhicule cuit. Sortez toutes.
I just want to know how that auto-loading Action X got through. Like, we can't have the Italians having respectable DPM, but we can have an auto-loading Karen Action X. That's balanced. The Italians were not, totally. I definitely try to do way too much on that, though. Yeah, if they ever give the Conqueror an autoloader, it's just time to play above whatever tier it is, or so far below it that you can't get matched with it. Because that would not be fun to play against at all. It'd be like jumping into the +1, -1 event, trying to play tier 7 and or tier 6 when there's 5-man 1-3-1 platoons rolling around. If they made an auto-loading KV2, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably get it.
Il y
Do
a
I
des
want
ennemis
it
dans
to
la zone.
exist? Absolutely
Détruisez-les.
not. But would
Capturez
I
leur
get it
base.
if they made it? Yes. No questions asked. Still tempted to get the Dreadnought. Because that was totally fair. Put a tier 8 tank destroyer gun on a tier 6 heavy tank and put it at tier 7. That was fair and balanced.
On a été repéré.
This guy alone.
Ennemi détecté.
No. 13105. I hate that I don't have the horsepower to get up here. This is true. If they get any kind of idea, they'll make it happen. Unfortunately so.
Ils nous ont trouvés.
It's usually not the good ideas. Ow. I was asking for that. I was 100% asking for that. Didn't handle that. I mean, if I was going a little bit faster, I probably could have made it up on there. But it's just kind of hard to get the speed on that terrain. Tap. This has turned into a difficult situation.
Prêt à tirer. Cible déverrouillée.
I'll be totally honest, I will 100% take this map over the 9 million times I've been put on a sandstorm map.
On a un verrouillage.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, GWE.
L'ennemi sait où on est. Prêt à tirer.
Oh god.
Ils ont cassé une de nos chenilles. On est coincé. Il est foutu. Passez au suivant.
I'm gonna
Ça y est. Chenille réparée.
I'm gonna just contemplate my life choices for a
Nous
second.
capturons la base ennemie. On a été repéré.
You would be looking this way, Waffle.
Prêt à tirer.
Cible acquise. Ils sont salement touchés.
That, I'm not gonna lie, that hurt my soul a little bit.
Ils nous ont
Loaded.
trouvés.
He was.
Cuit.
He was
Passez au
loaded.
suivant.
Reload real quick.
Prêt à tirer.
Chargé. Allons-y.
Cible désengagée. On n'a pas pénétré le blindage. En plein dans le mille.
Just gonna track him. Just gonna track him at that point.
On a réussi, on a gagné.
There's my ×2. A little bit closer to the 13105. Yeah, like the standard APCR had, it's like a, I think in most places on the back of the OHO, it's like maybe 45, 50%. So yeah, that's one of the things that I used to do before I took my long break. I used to know where you could overmatch a lot of tanks. Made it very unfortunate for the Russian heavy tanks who thought they could facehug. Large caliber HE in that little hatch on the top of the turret is very comical.
Nous devons prendre et conserver l'objectif indiqué. Allons-y.
Not quite top tier, but eh,
Concentrez votre attention ici.
maybe can make it work. There should be some super happy tier 9s. I would be. Yup. That's why I used to love getting to fight IS-3s when they feel invincible and decide to facehug.
L'ennemi est en
They
train de prendre
regretted
la
their
base.
decision real quick.
L'ennemi connaît notre position.
You could do that too to the M103,
Chargé et prêt.
because I noticed they did not buff that turret roof. So it still has that super thin panel on it.
Cible verrouillée. Concentrez-vous sur cette zone. Ils nous ont trouvés.
And it's worth a shot.
On a verrouillé la cible. Cible
What a
verrouillée.
black prince. That is a black prince. Wow.
Ils nous ont repérés. Prête à tirer sur la cible. Concentrez votre attention ici.
Okay, that
L'ennemi
was
nous
good.
a dans son viseur. On a verrouillé la cible.
I love the escalation of how the Black Prince works.
Rechargez. Chat ennemi sur
Top
la
tier,
base.
pretty
Débarrassez-vous-en.
scary. Mid tier,
Cible verrouillée.
workable. Bottom
L'ennemi
tier,
connaît notre position.
pinned constantly.
Prête à tirer sur la cible.
Except for there, where the shell just kind of got absorbed into something. The Aether
Prête à faire feu.
ate that one, I guess.
L'ennemi nous observe. Cible verrouillée. Prête à tirer sur la cible.
Didn't lead it enough. That Vengeance is dead.
On a verrouillé la cible. L'ennemi est en
So is that guy, though.
L'ennemi nous a dans son viseur. Cible verrouillée.
And the turtle's gonna maybe
Chargé
burn
et
out?
prêt.
Yep. Good.
Prête à tirer sur la cible.
I think the Javelin might actually be in, like, the one place.
On dirait que l'obus l'a traversé de part en part.
He was in the one place where I couldn't actually give him supporting fire, but, the Vengeance obliged.
Rechargez.
How much you want to bet that I'm just gonna get absolutely derped by this
On a été
SU?
repéré. Une chenille est endommagée.
My tracks just ate all of that shot,
Cible
and I
verrouillée.
don't know how to feel about that. Please. Please do what I think you're gonna do.
L'ennemi connaît notre position.
That was unfortunate.
Canon
Why
chargé. Déchaînez les obus.
I'll take it.
Victoire de plus.
The Sherman should not bounce a 130. Like, I'll take it. I'm not gonna complain. It's just... this game. It's hard to believe the fact that I took a break from this game for at least 5 months, and I'm still sitting around almost 30k games. Do one more 1357, then maybe play a different nation for a little bit. Oh wow. I haven't seen this map before. Oh yeah, I'd be at least like 35, because like before I completely burnt myself out on the game, mostly I was putting, on an average day I could put in like 100 battles, at least. I got to the point where I'd mastered the, what most people would refer to as the soulless grind.
Des ennemis
Just
sont en
autopilot.
approche. Détruisez-les ou capturez leur base. C'est parti.
Like with the rain, I got sick and tired of that tank, so I played it for 36 hours straight. I could autopilot a 5k game. Let's see if I can actually spot some things without getting spotted. In before nothing came this way.
Attention, ennemi repéré.
Oh yeah, it was nice. It was really nice considering how much I despised the Lorraine when I was playing it. Because it meant that I had to play it for very, very significantly less
On a été
games.
repéré. Prêt à tirer. Ils sont seulement touchés.
Just gonna reload real quick.
L'ennemi nous son viseur. Tireur touché. Que quelqu'un s'occupe du système de tir. Le tireur est
Like how the
rétabli.
very first hit that I actually take. What gun do you have, Mr. T-150?
L'ennemi nous observe. Nos chenilles sont fichues. On est
That's
immobilisés.
unfortunate. That's super
Pénétration
unfortunate.
du blindage. Ils ont détruit un de nos chars. Cible acquise.
I mean, the bad thing about the Lorraine is just where it sits. It's like, tier 9,
L'ennemi sait où on
it
est.
has the potential
On a percé leur blindage.
to be alright, but then you realize the fact that
Celui-là n'a pas
the
percé.
Skoda exists. It's like, literally the Skoda does everything the Lorraine does, but better, and with better gun handling. Now, if they would have done what PC did and removed the Lorraine from the tech tree and made it a premium at tier 8, it would be pretty good,
Chargé.
because it's a faster 5100. Medium tank
On a été
stats.
repéré. En plein dans le mille. On a un verrouillage. On n'a pas pénétré le blindage.
Okay, 1375. It's about the same size as the 13105. Oh, not 13105, the 5100. But
Une victoire de plus.
the key point is that the Lorraine has basically the exact same armor, just a different front. A much better power to weight. Which I would love it if they would make the Lorraine a premium, but that ship has sailed. It's like between Lorraine and the Batchat is so good in comparison. Yeah. Wait. It's just unfortunate because it's been power creeped super hard. Even then. Like at tier 9, there's so many medium tanks that are better. Even after the nerf, I would still rather play the AMX-30 than the Lorraine. I keep a lot of them. Just because, like, I think I'm still sitting on like 300 garage slots from way back when. I mean, a lot of them, they're not even worth really selling. So I'm just gonna hang on to them.
We've got enemies incoming. Either take them out.
Did that a lot
capture
back
their
in,
base. Let's go.
when I was in Cry Havoc, because I was part of the training team. Sort of help people get better understanding of basics and whatnot. So I tried to keep at least like one tank of each tier, just in case. like back in the day, they put the garage slots on sale in like big bundles. I bought like 2 of them at the time. So I basically never really need garage slots. Even though every time I've gotten the premium tank, it's come with one. And they keep giving them away.
I see one. Look out, enemy spotted. Loaded and ready. Enemy's got us in their sights. I see one. We lost the driver. We're going nowhere fast. Enemies looking right at us. Track is good to go.
It's pushed up a bit too far.
We got our driver back.
I have an idea.
We've been detected.
Alright. Aims at the 5100, hits the bat chat.
Locked and loaded.
Take it. It's not the intended target, but it's damage.
Enemies got us in their sights.
He also appears to have completely lost control of his tank. This heavy tank back here. Okay, I guess he had the exact same idea that I was going to do. I'm gonna...
The enemy knows our
These guys
location.
lit up. Oh, that guy's not fully upgraded.
Focus on this location. Enemies looking right at us.
Yeah, I think they figured it out. Watch me actually get the spotting
Been
now.
detected. We've lost a track.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. Alright. So there's where the fake tank is. Let's not take another hit like that.
They found us.
Start taking some pot shots.
Load it up. Let her rip. We pierced their
There
armor.
you are.
Target locked.
That was a very sneaky fake tank. It was sitting out in the open,
We've been detected.
not spotted.
Useless. These rounds are having no effect. Locked on. Ready to fire
Channeled
on
its
target.
inner Russian tank destroyer there.
They've spotted us. Punched a hole in their armor. Target locked. Enemies got us in their sights.
He's hidden just enough.
Ready
Well.
to fire on target. He's gone. Find us another target.
Oh, the Conqueror is great. Ever since they decided to give it its spaced armor on the turret, it's so good. Just gotta be careful with the side armor. You'll get pinned a lot in the sides.
We did it! We won!
Like, the only thing that I do not like about the Conqueror is the ammo rack on the lower plate. Other than that, it's a great tank. Like, as long as the gun behaves, you can easily crank out 4K consistent. It just feels really nice. Let's see, 5 more K? Yeah, no, 3,400. Sweet. Like, one more good game in this. Yeah, it's a very British thing. Which I don't mind that, because a lot of the times if you keep the lower plate hidden, it's not a problem. It's definitely not as detrimental as the Chinese ammo racks. Get hit in one of like 4 places and your ammo rack's damaged.
We've got enemies in the area. Take them down or capture their base.
Alright, tier 10 game. Oh. There's someone who actually got the 907. I went back and forth. I used the big gun just because I got acquainted to the shell velocity.
Been detected.
That and the Hesh. The Hesh was amusing.
Locked on. Releasing target.
We should actually stop the
They've
aim.
spotted us.
There.
Penetration.
There's no art,
Got him in our sights. Target locked. Looks like that one went straight through.
I'm giving him too much of an angle to shoot at.
Ready to fire on target. We hit him hard. We've lost a track.
Oh, I'm dead.
Locked on. Bail out. This
Oh,
vehicle has had
T-57. Game back. Yeah, like, I enjoyed playing through the Conway. It was amusing. It's just amusing to have, like, either a gun that big or with that much DPM on a mostly turreted tank. Yeah. And then it leads up to this thing, because the natural progression of things. Oh, why not? Let me get a city map. Close enough. Though I can definitely work with this. And we're defending with... let's see.
The enemy's coming to take this location.
It's like
Fight 'em
3
off.
things that are gonna be pain with the armor. I just don't know which side that I want to actually focus on first. So there's already something up on the right. Sheen. It's not gonna push anytime soon.
Locked on.
Well, there's their
Got 'em
4005
in our
down.
sights. Enemy brewed up. Focus attention here. The enemy knows our location.
Oh, I don't even know what spotted me, but that was rude. What I just did to that guy.
Ready to fire on target. High explosive round ready.
I have been asked like so many times by people why I play this more than I've been playing my Death Star. And very good reason for that.
Locked on. Focus on
Was what I
this
did to
area.
that poor that poor E5.
Target locked.
Those two are in a bad spot.
They found us.
What keeps lighting me up is what I want to know. Whatever it is has some good camo.
We
chisel. Yeah, that was... Yeah, it really is. Although I also have the snakebite crew in this, so I have a little bit extra accuracy. But this thing pulls off shots that the Death Star couldn't even dream of.
Ready to fire HE round. The enemy knows our location.
Especially since, you know, they decided that it was best not to nerf the Pen of Hesh.
We've been detected.
Is it the Concord spawning? Or is it the Chisel?
Got him in our sights.
Please pull forward just a little bit.
They found us. Enemy armor is destroyed.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty nuts how much more accurate this is. But it is definitely an all or nothing tank in comparison to the 183.
Ready to fire on target. They're knocked out. Focus attention here.
The other thing about it is the fact that this thing can actually move.
HE round ready to fire.
It's not super fast, but... you can relocate at least. Oh yeah, like... with the fact that this thing has a faster reload, better aim time, better dispersion, and much more turret arc than the 183. Like, I think its strengths very much outweigh its weaknesses. Although you will have games every now and then where you get slapped by artillery for all of your health. But it happens. But like, the fact that the game is almost 6 years old and they have not nerfed the penetration of Hesh on these 183s, it's just beyond me. It's like, that was the whole reason that they referred to the 4005 as the shit barn. Because 230 pen, just, you weren't going to pen all that often. Unless you're just shooting at something with no armor. Like, 275 pen? Yes, it's workable. Like, on PC, the 183's Hesh cannot pin the turret of a mouse from the front. Ours can. Look at that. 1697 to the 62A. 1965 to the E5. 1650 to the Super Conqueror. I actually blind fired the Centurion for almost 400, but knocked off his track and his gun. And if that chisel would have actually had all of his health, he would not have been in a very fun position. The other thing that's so good about these is the fact that it's HESH. It's not AP, it's not heat, it's not APCR. So even if you don't pen, you're still gonna do like 500-600 damage to something. Unless it's ridiculously well armored. Oh yeah, like, if you hit in a position where you know that a crew member is, you have a high chance of knocking the crew member out or knocking out modules. Because it's literally a combination of AP and HE. Like, I guess the best way to sort of explain HESH is it's like C4, but in ammunition form. It's pretty nasty stuff. Let's see, what else is it that I need to get a ×2 off of before I forget? I'll do the 132. Oh yeah, like, any light tank that has the HEP, I am super into. Because it is so much better than HE. You get over 100 pen with HE. And it's usually on a light tank. Really good light. It's the whole reason that I wanted to get an M4190. Just because that is a really good 90mm on a Bulldog. And I think it gets extra crew XP. Then again, it has been a long time since I knew, like, the ins and outs of the premiums. Like, I took a break before they figured out that Tiger 131 was extremely busted. It's been having to, like, look up a lot of stuff since coming back. Like, what exactly they changed in the last title update, which apparently was another general dispersion nerf, unfortunately. from the Absolution.
准备完毕。
I'm like taking a hit from the TV in the back.
敌人知道我们的位置。
Absolution down.
已锁定。击穿。装填完毕，准备就绪。
Some shell goes high. Two light tanks over here. A couple of Lycans.
他们看到我们了。
Where in the world did that shell go?
装填完毕，全力攻击。
I wanna help that guy, I really do, but
打中他们了。
that's about as much as I can do. It's too much stuff over there.
普通车辆被击毁。敌人看见我们了。
There's a mutant.
看到一个敌人。 我们其中一条履带受损，他们击毁我们一辆战车。
I am so dead.
装填完毕，准备就绪。
Yep.
完了所有
There
人
it
快撤离
is. Okay. I knew it was one of the M4190s. It's a good tank. It's a really good tank. Oh wow, that game ended before I could even get back to the garage. Let's see. Yeah. With so many dreadnoughts. Which is understandable. But here's everything that makes the KV-2 good, but with a bigger gun at a tier higher. Oh, yeah. I have the original T1E6X and the X1. I have that, the T7. I think I actually, there's a Steadfast. I keep forgetting that thing exists. The 2D. Trying to remember what other gift tanks that I have. I think I actually have all of them. Yeah, there's still the Tom T. Oh, why not? I haven't played this in forever. Here comes Proc. Corellia's better. Yeah, I was away when they sold the GUP, so I missed out on it. It's actually one of, like, 3 Panzer IVs that I don't have. No, Xbox didn't get it as a reward. We had to buy it. Which is... It's kind of scummy, but I get it. It was a conflict with Sony's
Wir haben Gegner im Gebiet.
contract.
Mach sie fertig oder erobere ihre Basis.
Sony is like that. It's like why they have the remake of Final Fantasy VII, but we only get the remaster. Does that make sense? Let's put that on cruise control and wait. Yep. I mean, if they ever, like, sell it again, I'll probably have to pick it up. But I need that, the Schmelterm, and what's it, Kraftspanzer, and then I'll have all the premium Panzer IVs.
Der Gegner weiß, wo wir sind. Gehe weg vom Ziel.
Wow!
Wir haben ihn im Korn.
Okay. Excuse me. This guy's just like DC'd or something? Cause I'm gonna say yes. Yes, he has.
Feueralarm ist erteilt. Wir haben das Munitionslager repariert. Das hat sie erwischt.
That guy has 100% DC'd. I think, because he's just spinning around in circles.
Wir haben ihn im Korn.
Geschütz geladen.
Ow.
Wir sind erledigt. Raus hier.
I like how, in the short amount of time that I was actually alive there, I blocked like 4K and got 400 spotting. After... Oh yeah, the armor is great. I just wish the gun would, sort of behave a little bit more. Like, the alpha is great at tier 8, but the aim time and the dispersion. Like, yikes. The other way that Matchmaker usually is, playing that tank can be really painful because it decides to put you in tier 10 games with 4005s or artillery. I finally got an excuse to buy it back. And I bought it back and kitted it out. First tier 8 tank I ever owned.
Wir müssen den markierten Bereich erobern und halten. Viel Erfolg.
Ah, I missed the sound of this tank. It's good to have it back. Like, I'd definitely rather play this than an IS-3. It's purely because, like, the IS-3 is
Der Gegner hat uns im Visier.
just too easy.
Der ist sauber durchgegangen.
Dude.
Die haben einen unserer Panzer zerstört.
Geladen! Leg los!
Die haben uns entdeckt.
I like how the IS-3 here is just defaulted to, like, heat.
Der Gegner zieht auf uns.
Might have to scoot that just a little bit further forward.
Der Gegner hat uns im Visier.
He's like side scraping. It's gonna make things fun. Unless he decides to give me that. Okay.
Schussbereit!
Sie haben uns entdeckt.
Also, the fire effect is super good.
Der Gegner hat uns im Visier. Feuererlaubnis erteilt. Die haben einen unserer Panzer zerstört.
Thank you, Scorpion G.
Bereit zu feuern. Der Gegner zieht auf uns.
Giving lower plate,
Wir haben ihn
spamming
getroffen.
heat.
Wirkungstreffer.
Also, I forgot how much I love this gun.
Ziel erfasst. Gegnerfahrzeug ausgeschaltet.
Such a good gun. Now the question is, which direction do these heavy tanks go? Back to spawn? They push forwards. push the
Gegner hat uns im
rockets.
Visier. Verlasse Ziel.
Ooh, that guy just took a big hit.
Geladen! Leg los!
Der Gegner zielt auf uns.
There's no direct shots on these guys. Probably not good that those guys are dying.
Wir haben ihn im Korn. Wir haben die Panzerung durchschlagen.
I was expecting to actually have to aim there for a bit. Ow.
Schussbereit!
He doesn't want to aim.
Ziel erfasst. Wir haben ihn im Korn. Der Gegner zielt auf uns.
It's gonna be risk.
Ziel erfasst. Wir haben sie böse erwischt.
Oh, at that angle? Okay.
Feuererlaubnis erteilt.
Wonder if he's still there. He is.
Wir haben sie. Ziel erfasst. Sie haben uns entdeckt.
Oh,
Bereit zu
T32.
feuern.
Oh. Oh.
Schussbereit. Wir haben es geschafft. Gewonnen.
I love this tank. Love this tank so much. Oh, it feels good. Feels good. Wow, that prototype was having a good game too. It's so nice when they go that way. It really is. Yeah, that would have been a real good game for the event. Let's see. I think I got time for one more. Oh yeah, wait. This is just one of the crews that I got in the Christmas boxes. He came with repairs. So I've just been training 6 cents on him. I'll do an E100 game and then get ready to go back out. That is true. Technically, is Santa. Yikes. Hopefully get a good game in the E100 before I have to head back out. It's a mostly tier 10 game except for one tier 9 and 2 tier 8s. This makes sense. Yes. Got to check to see how much armor they actually had. A lot. This will make things interesting. Considering that most of the heavy tanks have gone north. And the M60 is already dead. I'm going to attempt a pro move. Oh. I appreciate you watching. Usually don't have anyone active in chat when I'm streaming. Been pretty nice.
Gegner gesichtet. Gebe Ziel frei.
I am in so much trouble. I am in so much trouble.
Feuererlaubnis erteilt. Wir haben eine Kette verloren. Wir sind leicht
Well,
Beute. Wir haben das Munitions...
Welp. Okay, I'm not ending on that. I'm not ending on that. Yeah, that is definitely not a game you end the stream on. Let's do a quick G1R game. Better end. Oh yeah, I do carry 30 HE because I usually never fire all of the others. Because like combines like what 14k total damage between the AP and the heat. I also carry the HE for games when it puts me in against tier 8s. They have a lot of fun. And a little secret, the HE is the best way to actually deal with super conquerors that are hull down. They get very upset.
En avant la musique.
I usually use AP. Heat just occasionally if it's something that I have absolutely no chance of pinning.
Cible verrouillée. L'ennemi nous observe. L'ennemi est touché. Une de nos chenilles est
Oh no,
endommagée.
that is a Sexton 1. I need to get out of that spot real quick.
L'ennemi nous a dans son viseur. Cible verrouillée. Prête à tirer sur la cible. Ils nous ont repérés.
Okay. No idea where that one went.
Cible verrouillée. On l'a achevé.
Getting the spotting for it though, so I'll take that.
Prête à tirer sur la cible. L'ennemi nous observe. L'artillerie ennemie nous a repérés.
I hate this Sexton 1 so much right now.
Tir d'artillerie. Apprêtez-vous.
All he's gonna do is like shoot at one tank the entire time.
On les a dans notre ligne de mire.
German 3 is gonna lose all his health before I can get to him. Isn't he?
L'artillerie alliée
maybe
a
not.
été anéantie.
Just wish I knew what gun he had.
L'ennemi nous a dans son viseur. L'un de nos réservoirs est fissuré. On manque de carburant. Rechargez. Prête à tirer
I thought
sur
about
la
getting
cible.
that already, since it causes me so much strife. This is the most fortunate T-46 in existence right now.
On a verrouillé la cible.
Who am I spotting?
On les a dans notre ligne de mire. Ils nous ont repérés. Cible verrouillée.
Excelsior!
On les a perdus. Verrouillé et chargé. Joli tir. L'ennemi nous observe.
Okay, game. I would very much like to know where that shell
Cible
went.
verrouillée. Ils sont touchés.
Because I would 100% like that shell back.
Cible verrouillée. Obus chargé. Joli tir. Sont-ils allés?
Really wish someone would have dealt with that
L'ennemi
artillery.
nous a dans son viseur. Attention, artillerie.
He's been trying to kill me this entire game. I'm going for him. Well, this tank is hilarious. I just love how the fact that this thing has almost the exact same armor profile as the heavy tank. I'm gonna sneak up behind him.
En voilà un. Nous avons perdu un véhicule allié.
Oh, that's gonna get me killed.
Prête à tirer sur la cible. Chargé et prêt.
Or not.
On les a eus.
Alright. Yeah, it's like people see the fact that the heavy tank has a 90 and they don't give this thing a shot at
L'ennemi
all.
nous observe. Cible verrouillée. Il ne leur reste plus qu'un char.
So now, it's just the Matilda.
Ils ont détruit l'un de nos chars. Celui-là n'a pas percé.
Yeah, that's right, I'm down to heat.
On les a dans notre ligne de mire. Le blindage de l'ennemi a été détruit. Bon boulot, soldat.
That's a good one. I'll take that. That's better than the E100 game. Guarantee that's not ace. Yep. I knew it. I knew it wasn't an ace. Because of how obscure this tank was, need to play it so much more. That timing. No, I just got a Top Gun. G1R? Ending my stream with a good game. Yeah, I could do that. Or I can continue climbing the charts on this tank. I think I might actually only be second to Hobo now. I haven't checked in a while.